No, because I'm going to show you the reason. Go to the header.
Okay.
Flip it over. Flip your header over. Keep going that way. There you go. Everything that you want to learn off of this map,
It's colors.
everything is labeled here. It says oil, gas, and water. This right here, it says barrel and place by acre. So everything that's right here, you figure this up by thousands. So where it says barrels in place right here, 104 barrels, that is 104,000
Times 40 acres, right?
times 40 acres. Because this well covers 40 acre spacings. You're not allowed to drill a well within 40 acres of another well.
Yeah, I read that.
Okay, so that means that this well right here has a 40 acre spacings, and you can see how he's got 3,000. You know, so this is a 3,000. Every time you go all the way down through here, you got to figure it up by 1,000 and then figure it up by 40 acre spacing. Here is the right answer to pitch it. If you figure up all this oil that's in the ground right here, it's going to come up that there's 25 million barrels of oil in this one well. My truthfully answer, go 10% of that. Go 20%, but don't go over 20% because after you get up to 20%, you're liable to have to go in and rework this well to get the more oil out.
Yeah, because this is total oil in the ground
in place.
But what we can sell is what we can recover. This is what's physically there, but we can only recover about 10 to 20%.
And then you have to go in and rework it, and for you can get on further.
Yeah.
Oil. This
But
right here.
Eventually there will be some that you can't get out because it's way too deep.
No, you'll water flood in. You'll drill a well next to it, and then you'll start washing from the side.
Pushing water.
This right here is a formation of a pay zone. Believe it or not, this is probably like a zone like that. You see the gray? If you put acid on this, it turned to oil. Never knew that, did you?
No.
That right there. There you go. See, watch. Go back up here to your formations, and you can see your formations, and you can see it all down through here. This right here is going to lay just like this. Here's your formations of it. Oil is a content. It is a solid. You have to every once in a while. Now here's what I will tell you. When you see oil here and oil here and oil here in all three places, what that means is that oil is moving when this tool comes through. That is movable oil. You may not have to frack it. You can just put a little bit of acid on it and it's going to come to you. We love them wells. Here, all right, like down here, there's oil here and oil here. That's going to be that oil. See how it's real tight? That means that you're going to have to frack it and crack it. And what I mean by crack, and if you look on the website, you can see all the cracks in these formations. You will crack out there and get this acid and the sand in it to open this up to let the oil come out.
Wow.
Yeah, when you push it in there, when you push it and pressurize it and push it back, some of the sand will stay in the little cracks as like a prop to hold it open, and then that'll let the oil start flowing back out.
This is good oil, and this is better oil. Both of them is West Texas crude oil. You ever smelled fresh crude?
Oh, never.
It's good to drink.
Holy crap.
You know what we call this here? Rich girl's perfume.
Yeah, well, that's a good analogy. You're right.
Open that one up. Hey, here's what I'll tell you. This one right here, right now, today's market, I think oil price is $51 a barrel. You probably can still get 51, but that right there is probably still around 80. Oh, it pressure's up. It's a cleaner oil.
Right there. You sure?
Can you open it?
Let's try it.
It's pressured up like crazy in the sun.
It has gas on it.
Yeah.
That's natural gas, liquid gas.
Mira, está llamando Alexa, ¿no?
Here you go.
Smell that.
Yeah,
This is $88 a barrel. You can burn this in your car.
Yep.
Oh, because it's almost like.
Oh, it's
You
just
don't have
like,
to
just
do
like
the
gas.
refinery.
Don't have to go through the refinery as bad. Look how clear that stuff is.
And it's
But where you get that?
On one of our new leases, out of a well.
What's the probability of hitting that?
Well, we're going to end up drilling. We're going to drill 4 wells out here where we're at right now on the high gravity. And then we're moving over here to Ector County. The next town over is Odessa. And that's where them wells are, in Odessa. Here's the difference. Is you hear how some wells make water? You can see how much water's in that one. This right here is a pretty clean oil. Did you see in my window outside? There's a bunch of samples of oil.
No, haven't seen.
I will tell you what this is a true fact, and I can show you on the Railroad Commission reports.
Yeah.
Your very best wells in the world is going to move 3,000 barrels of water and probably 2,000 barrels of oil. If you there's many oil zones that's driven by water. But what you got to do, you got to make sure when you perforate. Say for instance, here I'll go to a real wet one. Okay, here we go. Like right here, on this zone right here. You see where it's got a lot of water on it?
Yeah.
What does oil do when you mix it with water? Where does your oil go?
If you mix it with water,
If you shake up a bottle of water and oil, where's the water and oil going to go?
the
How's
oil
it
is gonna go down
No.
because it's heavier.
No.
No,
Oil's
see?
lighter.
Water goes down, oil goes up.
Watch it.
Let's sit
Yeah,
for a
by
minute.
logic, because oil is heavier, it will go to the bottom. Now it goes.
Water weighs 8.6. Fresh water.
Pounds
Brine
per
water.
gallon.
This water that's in an oil well we call it cut brine. It's going to weigh between 9 and 9.5.
Okay.
Oil weighs 8.3.
And there's a lot of
Now
sediment
look, you
stuff.
see how I just shook it up? Look
Yeah.
at the water.
Down there again.
Yeah.
Chemistry.
So what you got to do when you go in and perforate this zone like that, you have to perforate just right on the very top of it. Because your water is going to keep the oil moving. But you do want to get a little bit of the water for it to be a water-driven formation.
The water will push the oil up.
But if you get down too deep, this is the reason it's very important to stay in the wireline truck and when you're shooting a hoe. Because if you get down too deep, you will never get no oil out of it.
Yeah, of course. You won't have
Because
no position.
your oil's on top and your
Too
water's
much
on
water.
bottom. You'll never get your oil out, and you can't hardly squeeze it. It's hard to stop that.
But you're recycling the water that you're taking out,
Every bit of the water we take out, we put back in.
which is some other companies they have to pay to get rid of it.
We own our own saltwater disposal.
Yeah, super efficient.
It's called Gilligan's Island.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I read that.
Yeah. That was
That was
Lars'
cool.
brainchild.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have a CPA tomorrow to ask him about that, the tax and accounting questions or whatever?